everyone, I'm Liz, and welcome back to Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch for Flosstube episode 89. Welcome back to my channel for another Flosstube episode. As you can see from the intro, I had my mom and my sister here earlier to do a little quilting and sewing segment with me, and it's a couple hours, 4 or 5 hours later, so now you get Saturday night pajama Liz. Yeah, so I'm here to talk to you about my cross stitch, and you'll see my sewing and quilting and some haul and some happy mail and all of the things. I am filming this on Saturday night because we're doing a little family Labor Day barbecue at my aunt and uncle's house out by the pool. So I wanted to do this video tonight, but I didn't plan well and my hair was kind of a mess from earlier, and I was just like, but I know you guys won't mind because I have a lot of fun cross stitch to show you, including 2 finishes. I had 2 pretty big finishes this week, so I'm pretty excited. I'm trying to think of what I've been up to the past couple weeks. I feel like it's just been pretty boring work and home stuff. I was invited to a stitchy group local to me, and so I went to that on Friday night, and that was great. I've really never gone to any kind of stitchy like meetup, like with just a few people, like a local club or something. I've gone to a couple of retreats, but yeah, somebody reached out and it was a lot of fun. I always feel awkward like in person, so sometimes like I think that's why I like don't ever join and go to those kind of things, because I don't know, I'm a weirdo. But whatever, all cross stitchers are great, so it was a really good time. So thank you, Kelly, for the invite, and let me know when the next one is. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Oh, I've been prepping to go on retreat next week, and by prepping I mean, I don't know, just thinking about it a lot and being really excited and chatting with all my other friends who are going to be there. I'm really excited to go on retreat and just take a little vacation. Yeah, I don't know. My life's been boring the past couple weeks. I don't have any good updates. So I'm going to get right into the stitching because I have a lot of good stitching to show you. And I'm going to start with the haunted house. So this is a Bent Creek pattern, and it was 3 charts to make the haunted house. And there was a bonus chart. I'll talk about that in a second. I finished I finished the house. So here is my finish. I love it. I think it turned out so cool on this fabric. This is a 36 count Bump in the Night by Seraphim Fabrics, and I used all the called for floss, the buttons and snaps and things that came in the chart. And so I did buy, like I just showed you, the 4th chart, which is like the secret room. I did buy this intending to stitch it with this as like an add-on piece, but I haven't decided yet how I want to finish this. I don't know if I want to do the 3D finish where you can kind of add this on, or if I just want to finish this as is in a frame. I don't know. So I'm calling this a finish for now, and then when I get around to fully finishing it, I'll decide, you know, if I'm going to stitch this as a part of it or not, or just leave it, you know, as is. And I kind of have a feeling I'm going to leave it as is, but I of course will let you guys know when I fully finish it, which I should try to do soon because then I can hang it up for Halloween. But yeah, I just think this thing is so cute. I love the ghosts in the attic. I love the little costume party and the oversized witch. Although, who was it? I think it was Jen from Too Tall Stitchers commented that she's probably just 6 foot, you know, like, which that's a joke because Jen and I are both very tall ladies. I think we're both 5'10", or she might be 5'11". I'm only 5'10", only. But anyways, we make a lot of tall jokes. So she was joking that the witch is probably just 6 foot, and not to tease her, because we know how it is being tall girls getting teased. So anyways, that's Haunted House, and yeah. Okay, so the next finish is one, well, I'll have to put the chart up on the screen for you because if you may remember from like February or March, Jonesy ate my chart. Like, he ripped it off of the little chip clip I used to hold it on my lamp, and he ate half the chart. So that was cool. So I had to photograph it, piece it together, and anyways, I don't have a good copy anymore. Um, but it is the Ink Circles Out There. It's a jungle. And this is the one that I stitched for my nephew, Ben. He is 1 year old, my sister Allison's youngest. And, well, he's about to be one, like a week actually. So yeah, so I finished his little stitch. So I want to find a really fun, maybe like lime green or blue frame to frame this in. But yeah, I love this pattern. So this is my second Ink Circles chart that I've started, but this is the first one I actually finished. So I really like a lot of the Ink Circles designs, and I thought this would be perfect for my little nephew. So I stitched this one on 40 count, fiber on a whim, cream and sugar, and I used all the called for overdyed threads. And on 36 and 40 count, I stitched one thread over 2 linen threads. Okay, I also had a new start this week. Speaking of two tall stitchers, I was watching Jen and her mom Carol do their Flosstube this week, and Carol is stitching this Reindeer Games big piece, the crossword, as a shop model. And I've had this chart for a couple of years, and I stitched the little strawberry that's right here last year, and I had intended to just immediately start the big piece and then never did. So I got all my stuff out, which luckily I still all had like kitted together in a bag, and I got started on Reindeer Games. And here is where I got. I just gave this a couple of nights because, well, I'll show you in a second why, but I just gave this a couple of nights, but it goes so fast since it's mostly just text and then some little leaves and some little motifs. So I absolutely love this. We're a big like Scrabble and crossword type family, so as soon as I saw this chart, I was like, oh, I gotta stitch this. So it'll look even cooler once it has all the backstitch lines, like crossword lines in it. I'm stitching mine on a 36 count We Will Die For You brand linen that I found in Indiana. And what is the color? I think it's called Sandstone. I'll put it in the bottom, like in the description box where I always list my supplies. I'm not remembering off the top of my head. But yeah, it's a really, really pretty fabric. And I'm using all of the called for colors. Okay, and then another one I worked on these past 2 weeks is my land that I love. I kind of hope to get more progress on this over the summer. It didn't really happen, but that's okay. I'm still really enjoying working on this, and it's a fun one just to have out and work on every once in a while. So I think I gave this probably 3 or 4 days of work this past couple of weeks. And here is where we're at. Make sure it's all on the screen there. So I worked on finishing up the alphabet at the top and then starting on this last motif up here, the like star with the like flowers in a basket. And then I think I worked on the border. I brought the border around and down and filled in a bunch of, kind of missing leaves and things in the border. So yeah, I'm getting there. I've decided that I'm just going to try and finish this top page and then move down to that bottom last page. And I don't know, maybe I'm like 65% of the way there. Although this house at the bottom, that's not filled in yet. It's the biggest house, and yeah, it's daunting. At my stitch night I went to on Friday night, Kelly had this stitched and framed, and so I was admiring and drooling all over hers because someday soon mine will be there. But yeah, I was looking at this house that I'm like only, a 10th of the way through, and I was like, oh man, that's such a big house to stitch. I don't mind stitching houses, but like this chart has 3 big ol' houses and it's a lot. So, but I will get there because I love the sampler. Oh yeah, fabric, 36 count Zweigart limestone that I overdyed with brown and tan Rit dye and a little bit of gray, I believe. And then all the called for colors, all the called for floss. I hope I'm not rushing too much, but I know my mom and my sister and I probably filmed like 45 minutes or 50 minutes at least. So I gotta keep this short. Otherwise, y'all are going to see the length of this video and be like, no, thank you. Okay, so the last whip is my Christmas garden, and it is from the Home for the Holidays book, and it's the one that has the big red bird in it and all the cute little stockings. And I'll show you the finished picture of Christmas garden. There it is. And so I originally started this one September 1st, 2020. So that was the first year I was on Flosstube, and I decided to participate in Sampler September. And the way I did that was I started a new sampler every Sunday or every Monday. I think it was Monday. It was like every Monday of September I started a new sampler. And the first one I started was Christmas Garden out of this book. And it is a big sampler. I think it's like 180 by 200 something. It's, you know, it's sizable. But, I mean, it's been 2 full years. And I love it. And I love stitching on it. And I really do want it done. And I don't know why. I just haven't finished it. So I decided, kind of impulsively, on September 1st to set myself the goal of only working on a Christmas garden in September until I finish it. And if you know me, that's going to be hard to do because I like to jump from project to project. So let me show you where I'm at. So if you saw my post on Instagram, you'll know I kind of was just through the top section. And so basically I've added all of this. I think I had these 3 flowers, but I've added the rest of this over the past couple of days. So I'm feeling really pleased with my progress. I'm probably at about the halfway point, I'm guessing, stitch count wise. So I think it's doable to get this done in September. The only thing that's making me doubt is that I'm going on retreat next week and I'll be gone for 4 nights. So those 4 nights are like, those are like vacation rules. So if I'm going to stitch on something else, I'm going to stitch on something else. If I get new projects at the retreat I want to start right away, I'm going to start them right away. But when I get home, it's back to this. And I'm excited about it. I really do want to get this done and see if I can actually get this done in September. So I'll be gone, let's see, like the 7th or 11th or something. So that'll give me more than the second half of the month to finish this when I get home. So, okay, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it though. I'm stitching this on 36 count Picture This Plus Legacy, and I am using the called for green and the called for brown, but I changed my red overdye floss to Ruby Slippers, and I changed my gold overdye to Bee's Knees by Weeks. So that is where I'm at after a few extra days stitching on this. And hopefully, I mean, I don't leave until like Wednesday, so I've got, you know, 4 more days of stitching on this before we leave. So I'm kind of hoping to maybe get this whole like center band right here done, and then I just have that one and the words. So we will see. But that's Christmas Garden. Okay, and like always, well, not always, like the past few months have gone, I have also been sewing a ton of stuff. So my mom and my sister Sarah both had some recent quilt finishes and some quilts in progress stitches, and they wanted to join me for, well, I asked them and they said yes, if they would join me to show off some of their quilts. So I'll let that play now. Hi everyone, I've got my mom, Sissy, and my sister Sarah here with me today to do a little sewing segment because we've all been quilting and sewing and have a lot of fun projects to show you. And Sarah also has a cross stitch project to show you in this segment. So I think we're gonna start with completed quilts. So Mom, you wanna start with what you've got done? Mom inspired my Fat Quarter Hourglass Remix quilt, and she made another one along with my quilt along, so.
Yeah, so this one I actually made out of
Here, I'll hold that for a second.
a set of layer cakes. So it was a set of 42 layer cakes, and I added 6 more to it so I could get the right size that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were 10-inch squares, and then I followed your process.
Did you actually square them?
You know, I actually did. And I hated every minute of it, but I did
I know. It takes time, but then it makes it easier to sew together.
it. Yeah, it
You
does.
know, it
And
does.
it actually came out
Yeah, it looks really good.
a lot better. And
Oh, this is so squishy and nice.
yeah.
Super nice quilting.
And then
Over the top did the
I
quilting.
took it to over the top.
And here's her backing. She just did a
so
nice
it's-
like textured blue on the back.
Yeah.
And the quilting thread is kind of variegated, isn't it, on the front?
The front is variegated,
Yeah.
the back is red.
Yeah.
That looks great.
So I just wanted something that would show off the little triangle pattern.
Yeah. If it stops raining, we will take these quilts out and get videos, but it is pouring rain right now, so
Yeah.
we'll have to
And
see.
this is the, some of it is the Amy Sedaris fabric, right?
Yes.
Most of it.
Yeah. Amy Sedaris had a fabric line, and you got a layer cake, right? And
Yeah,
then passed it on to Mom.
years ago.
Yeah.
I never did anything with it, as I am wont to do. And so Mom adopted it and gave it new life.
Yeah.
It's once it's been at my house more than 6 months, I can pretty much
Yeah,
claim
it's
it.
legally yours.
Or in this case, like 6 years. Yeah, you're welcome to it.
Okay.
So, anyway.
Sarah, you want to be yours?
Sure. I don't know which way is up. I guess it doesn't super matter. But this is
A big one.
This is more of a group project, I would say. I made the front out of, I think I got this at the Houston Quilt Show, some of this fabric. Just picked a bunch of stuff that I liked and do my sort of standard gray sashing, which is like what I always do. And so I made the front, Liz made the back, Mom did the binding. It was a group project. But yeah, this is something I started, I think, in like 2019.
We're just having fun being Barker's beauties
Yeah.
in the back of the quilt.
And yeah, so
Over the top did the quilting.
over
on
the
this
top
one.
did the quilting, and I literally pulled this off my bed to bring it here, so there's probably like dog hair and like threads on it.
That's how you
So-
know it's love.
Yes, yeah. So it will be going back on my bed this afternoon.
And I have some of this fabric still in like fat quarters, and I really need to do
Yeah.
something with it.
And if you look at the back,
Oh, yeah, the back?
I stole fabric from you. from
Yeah,
the
she
back,
did.
That I love. My favorite is the strawberry candy fabric. But yeah, we just, tried to use everything that we had. And I have one in progress that I think we'll show you later that uses like scraps from this quilt as well.
Oh, fun. I didn't know you had scraps from this one.
Yeah, not a ton, but enough.
Okay, so my completed quilt that I have to show you this week is my Fat Quarter Hourglass Remix.
So cute.
I showed this to you guys last week when I got it back from the quilters. Keystone Sisters Quilting did the quilting for me on this, and this week I got my binding on. I got it trimmed up, I got my binding on, and then I published the last video in the Quilt Along series. So if you are interested in how I bind a quilt and how I finish a quilt, you can go check out that video. I'll put a link to it. But yeah, that's my Fat Quarter Hourglass all finished
I love this quilting.
and all ready to be gifted.
So pretty.
I know, it's really intricate and detailed, even though it's like a edge to edge type pattern. So
Amazing.
yeah, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
So yep, super happy with how that turned out. And I used yellow and a floral on the backing. Look at the quilting.
Yeah.
I know.
Dang.
And then there's like this floral on the back. Actually, I have a video and pictures, so I'll put those up. And then I also added, for the first time, a little Sweetwater quilt label, which I think is super cute.
Oh, fun. Love
So-
that.
Yep.
Those are
So I
nice.
bought a little
need to get
sampler
some
sheet.
new labels.
Yeah, I really kind of like these because you just iron them on and then sew them down. Or you can peel off the adhesive and sew it into your quilt, like if you don't want to, So anyways, that's my last completed quilt. And then I think we all have some, Sarah and I have some completed quilt tops to show you that haven't been quilted yet. So, okay, so my first quilt top to show you, if you've been following me on Instagram this week, you probably saw me working on this because I got obsessed. You want to hold up a corner for a second? Here, oh, how cute!
So precious.
Here's what it looks like. I did a checkerboard on all four sides. And I used, this is an Urban Chicks Holly Jolly Santa panel, and the fabric line is Holly Jolly by Urban Chicks. I used a layer cake and I cut it down into 2.5-inch squares. I tried to find a mini charm pack, but this fabric's kind of sold out everywhere, so I just bought what I could find. And then I cut it down into a mini charm pack.
So cute.
And also, if you were doing it with a mini charm pack, you'd need like 5 of them. So maybe get a charm, maybe a charm pack or 2 and cut it down. But the layer cake obviously had way more than I needed. So I kind of split it into red and white and green and white to make my little checkerboard. And I think it turned out super cute. Yeah. My only criticism is that there weren't very many whites in the layer cake. So I ran out at a certain point, and I think I subbed in a couple Lori Holt fabrics somewhere, but no one, it's fine. You can't really tell. I just was like, oh no, I'm out of white.
Yeah.
But I saved a highlight on my Instagram page that has a tutorial for how I used the fusible gridded, 2.5 inch fusible gridded to make this patchwork, and it made it go so quick. You just basically lay the squares down inside the lines, iron them down, fold it, and sew it. And so you can just, make a whole panel in about 40 minutes rather than 20 minutes or 30 minutes rather than it taking a couple hours. So highly recommend it. It was really fun to do. So I'll post a link to that highlight on Instagram. I don't even think you'd have to be an Instagram's member to, like when you can look at them on the web, right? Yeah. So I think if I post a link, you can open it like in Safari or whatever, Internet Explorer. What's the other one called?
Chrome?
I don't know.
Firefox?
Edge.
No, isn't that the Microsoft web?
Is it? I only have a MacBook.
I don't know.
I
hear people.
I don't trifle with. I don't know.
I have no
Anyways,
idea.
on the web, I'll post a link.
On the www.
All right, Sarah, you want to do yours?
Sure. So, this is a quilt top that I just finished yesterday, and it is massive.
Is it a queen size?
Great question. I have not measured it, but yes, is my guess. So this has some fabrics that I have had for literally 10 years now at this point. It has some stuff that's a little bit newer, but still I've had for years. So there's like some Chino, there's Ruby Star Society, there's a bunch of different stuff in here.
Vintage cotton and steel.
Yes, love it. And so I just had this stack of stuff. And I was like, okay, I just want to make something. It's been sitting around too long. Let's just do something. And so I did some measuring to figure out exactly what I had, and I decided on the biggest stripes are 15 inches, and there's also 9-inch and 4-inch ones.
I love the phones.
The phones are adorable. I love those. And so, I love the horses too.
Yeah, the horses are great.
Some of my favorites.
I included that in Ruby's baby quilt, and that's one of her favorite fabrics.
That's the cutest.
Oh yeah,
I
and the
love it.
lips.
Yeah, I love the lips, the glasses.
The glasses.
I've got cameras on here. I've got
More
school
horses.
buses.
A giraffe.
Yeah.
What is this?
An ibex, I think.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Is there another name for an ibex? I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Looks like a deer head to me.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was like. Is there a...
Well, I think it's they're in the
there's
same
a bunch of cats.
family. Yeah,
And
there's
cameras.
yeah, cats, cameras. I mean, there's a ton of stuff on here, but I just love it. I know it's super busy, but
No, it's super
I
cool.
loved it. And then also, I sent them a picture. I used everything that I have. There is this much leftover fabric. Once I got everything sewn together, so I was deeply proud of myself for that one.
It was a great
figuring it
scrap
out
project.
to that extent. So
Great scrap.
I'm really excited. I'm going to do, I think, just a solid Ruby Star Society extra wide backing fabric on the back instead of piecing it back.
Which one do you think you're going to
Not
use?
that much. I like the one that's on the back of your wedding ring quilt.
Oh, if you can find that one. Or is it
Yeah.
still...
I don't know.
I know, they discontinued it.
Yes.
I know.
All right. Well, I'll find
No, I mean,
something.
you can try and find it. Mom might be able to help you hunt it down, but it's kind of hard.
I found some for Allison, so I can show you where I looked and
Yeah.
see what they have.
Okay.
I'll put a picture up in case
Yeah.
anyone's curious, but it's this fabric that I use on the back of my king size quilt. I was like, which quilt did I? My king size, and then you use it on the back of my king size wedding ring quilts. So.
Yeah. It's just super soft and really nice. And some of this is a linen blend fabric, so I don't really want to do pieces of that on the back. I want it
No,
to be
yeah.
the soft,
That
really nice
soft
stuff.
sateen
I mean, this
fabric.
is fine, but
Yeah.
and also I have no scraps left, so I'm not going to piece it back. I'm just, for the
No.
first time ever making a quilt, we'll just do a solid backing.
Well, and also it'll be
fabric,
great
so.
because this quilt's so big that 108 inches will be the perfect,
Yeah.
width and
Yeah.
length. You won't
So
have to worry
I
about
actually
it.
haven't measured this yet, so I'll figure out exactly how big it is and how much I need. But it's a big boy.
I think this table is 72 inches here.
Is it?
Okay.
Well, I was aiming for 80, so I got close.
Oh, you for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think maybe 100, 105
Cool.
long, but yeah,
Wow.
it's a big boy.
Yeah.
But I wanted to use all this fabric, and I sure did. So I just sat there and I hammered this one out in like 3 days, and it would have been even faster, but the pedal on the machine that I borrowed stopped working, and I was so mad. I was like, how much can I hand crank? And I was like, no, okay, not at all.
No. Sorry about that.
Well, it's not your
She
fault.
borrowed one of my old machines.
Yeah, no. Luckily, she had another foot, so I just went and picked that up, or another pedal, sorry, and
Another foot.
yeah, another pedal for me to put my foot upon. So yeah.
Okay, I have one more quilt top to show you guys. And it's so pretty. It's going to be hard to give away. My sister Allison, who's not here with us today, she does know she's getting this, so it's fine. I'm talking about it now. This is her 30th birthday quilt. That's a couple years late, but that's how it rolls. How late was yours?
Let's not talk about it.
Okay. Oh, right. Sarah's not 30 yet.
3 more years.
Your 30s are so great. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's been
I
awesome.
love being in my early 30s. Okay. Okay, it's the Marietta quilt.
I love it.
And I added a border to the pattern. So you might see in the called for pattern, there's no border, but I had this big piece of the yellow fabric and I thought it would just be such a pretty border. So, oh yeah, this is the Ladybird fabric line, the Marietta quilt pattern. I'll link everything below, and can't wait to get this one quilted.
It's so beautiful.
I know.
I'm very
So pretty.
jealous.
I just love how it turned out, and I love this pattern just because it's like it just takes a jelly roll and then the background fabric. So like even these little skinny pieces, you just cut down, a jelly roll strip to make, the little leaves or stems or whatever on the flowers. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, super cool quilt for pretty bang for your buck, easy jelly roll.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's that. Okay, and so then Mom has one quilt in progress that she wants to share with you guys. My sister Allison got real jealous of the double wedding ring quilt.
Yeah.
Just noticing a theme that a lot of these are for Allison, so I'm just pointing that out. I'm not saying anything, but I am just saying.
I did make you a 30th birthday quilt.
And I think I did make you a quilt at the beginning of the pandemic.
I'm trying to
I'm like,
Let's
wait.
get out the ledger.
Wait,
Right.
Did I make you
All I'm
that
asking
Orla
is-
Keeley back quilt?
how many quilts has Allison made for you?
0.
How many have I made for you?
1.
So, I'm just saying.
Allison is a freeload crafter.
Infinitely more, yeah.
So anyway, these are all of the
Oh, I love these fabrics.
fabrics, and I've started with some of the squares. Not squares.
The like, what do they call
inside.
these? Inside of the rings?
Yeah, the center of the ring.
Here, I'm going to flip through some of the fabrics. Wait. Talk about.
So,
Tell everybody what pattern or method you're using, because people ask and I forget.
yeah, so I bought a template with a big, huge piece of acrylic that cuts these out, because I found like a free one online, but it just was like a quarter, so you had to fold your fabric in half and in half, and that was like not for me. I needed a big one.
Yeah.
So, and this makes really big rings. It makes 24-inch rings.
Is that bigger than mine?
No,
Oh, that's the same. Oh, it's the same. Okay.
Yeah. So, and
Okay, better not be
also,
bigger than mine.
no. Are you kidding? Come on. Who do you think I am? So, and I'm doing the same style as yours, where I'm doing the solid arcs.
Okay,
the rings are going to be solid because it's just, that's
You
what
can
I
finish it. It's accomplishable.
It's doable.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping by their birthdays I'll have it finished.
Yeah, Allison and her husband's birthdays are a day apart in November, so wow,
Yeah.
that's going to be quick if you get it done by then.
Yeah. Well, I've got 11 out of 42.
And just remember, you're going to have to bind my quilt too, so.
Oh, yeah.
You got a
Yeah.
lot on your plate.
Oh my gosh, I just did a binding tutorial. You can watch it.
I know how to. I just choose not to.
I like to
of
sit and do the
freeloading
hand
crafter,
sewing at
yeah.
night, but
This fabric
Yeah.
line that my mom is using is Unruly Nature by Jen Hewitt for Ruby Star Society. She got a fat quarter or fat half?
a half yard bundle.
Half yard bundle.
And Elizabeth sent us a picture of this fabric that she ordered?
I randomly ordered a half yard of this on Etsy just because I thought it was super cute, and I was getting a pattern or something, and I was like, oh, I can't just order a pattern. So I ordered some fabric, and my mom sent me a picture of this as like the first wedge or insert she had cut out, and I was like, wait, I just bought that fabric. So we like the same things over here.
It's true.
Yeah. So anyway, so yeah, I didn't bring any. I've got all the
melons.
I've got 95 melons out of 97 that I need.
Wow.
I'm too short. And you know what I'm using to make the melons is the
Ruby Star
leftover backing from your Ruby Star. And I was able to maneuver 95 out of 97. So I'll cut 2 out of the backing and I'll have enough.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, so a couple more sewing projects. I've been making more bags. So I made, this ties into a little bow, but basically this is like a little portfolio style bag. And I've been seeing these pop up more and more on Flosstube and on Etsy. And so I decided to try and make one based on kind of my skills from making the By Annie All Together or whatever that bag, I'll link it, that I made last year. That's like a double project bag. So this one doesn't have the depth and the full zipper. I just made it kind of a folder style. And so then on this one, it's kind of hard to see, but on this side, it's just a clear slip-in pocket. And I made it sized so it holds an 8.5 by 11 chart perfectly, like face up in here. And then on this side, it's got your traditional project bag with the little zipper and clear pocket and everything. So you can hold like your fabric and floss, and then you can put your pattern in this section, and then tie it up, and you've got a cute little project folder. So I made this with some Rifle Paper Company Christmas fabric. I think it's from last year. And then I used some of that Soft and Stable and quilted it. And I mean, this is actually really easy, especially because I didn't do patchwork on this one. I have ideas for doing like some patchwork and stuff, but yeah, just made it out of plain fabric, so I think it turned out super cute.
I love that fabric.
And then I made one other project bag.
On your machine.
Yeah, I just used a my air erase marker that I use for everything to mark out some cross lines, and then I just did 1.5 inch margins basically to create some cross hatching. And then I made this bag, and I'll start with the back because it's the cutest. I used that 2.5 inch gridded fusible to make my patchwork and then sew it all together. And then I took a piece of Soft and Stable and quilted this down to the Soft and Stable. And then I actually turned this into a vinyl front bag. So I've used all Blackbird Designs threads that bind fabric. And so on the inside I put this like sampler print. And I had this blue and white accent print from a fat quarter bundle that I got. And so yeah, I think that just turned out really cute. And I have like 3 more bags in process, so you'll see those when I complete them. But yeah, those are my bags. And then I think Sarah's got some cross stitch to show.
I do have a bag.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Mom has a bag too.
It's, you know.
No, show it.
We will not be self-deprecating about our bags.
No,
It's beautiful.
all bags are beautiful.
I just had the itch to sew something instead of just cutting out more and more double wedding ring pieces. So
I get like that too, and I'm like so sick of cutting.
I was like, I just have to get something completed and done. So I sat down in an afternoon and made this, and it's I just found a fat quarter and laid a piece of batting on top of it.
Oh, so you quilted it all together?
I quilted it as I went.
Yeah, so she
like
laid down a fat quarter batting and then added all the stuff on top to do a quilt as you go style.
Yeah, so
fun.
And then you folded it over.
And then I
and
just
added the
folded
zipper.
it over,
Yeah.
put the zipper on, and then dug through my binding scraps and found some binding.
Yeah. Was that from mine?
But
The red and white, or no? Was
no, it was from a Christmas quilt I made.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I can't remember what. Oh, you used scraps for my binding, right?
Yeah, I used fabric
Okay.
scraps on your
Okay,
binding.
yeah.
But these scraps that I used are all from your double wedding
Yes.
ring quilt. So
Yes. I love the strawberries.
so
So cute.
anyway, so put it in your paw because that's for you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, cross stitch.
Okay, cross stitch.
I'll put a picture of the pattern up on the screen so you know what you're stitching.
Yes.
It is Twin Peak Primitives, and do you know what it's called?
I believe it's just called the Abraham Lincoln Sampler.
The Lincoln Sampler, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the
that's fine.
pattern right here. Yeah, it's just it's the Honest Abe Sampler.
Honest Abe Sampler.
And so this is just in progress. It's not done yet.
Had you started this in our last video and around Valentine's Day?
So I had ordered all of the stuff and it was on the way. So
Okay.
I had
Okay.
not started it yet, but I was just about to.
Okay.
So this
you
is
started this
something-
around Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and it's so large. I need to take breaks sometimes.
Yeah.
And make a quilt
Why do you think
or
I have
something.
800 projects in progress?
Yeah. This is actually my only one in progress, but it is large. It is in charge of my life. My most recent, this is the part I'm working on right now. I just finished Mary Todd. So that was like a big sense of accomplishment. There have been certain things that I'm like excited to get to and like motivate me to like keep working on it. So I'm actually saving Abe and his dog go right here, and I'm saving them for last. So I'll do all the rest of it before I get there.
Hopefully, can y'all see the little screen at the bottom showing?
Yes.
Okay. Like, make sure I have this in the shot.
Yeah, it's huge, but I love it. And
This
I
is
think
a
it's
fat
beautiful.
half vintage country mocha 36 count, by the way.
And this is just super fun to stitch. I do kind of feel like if you've ever read 100 Years of Solitude, there's a character who starts working on her own burial shroud, and then when she finishes it, she'll die. And I'm like, maybe I'll die. Maybe I stitch the last X and just keel over. No. But it is super satisfying to work on. Like there's so much like fun little detail. It's super cool. This is actually his house in Springfield, Illinois, and one of my friends sent me a picture from when they visited that house, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just stitched that house. Like, hold on. So yeah, I think it's great. I love it a lot, and I'm really excited to have it finished and hang it up in my house. If you remember from our last video, I have a vintage needlepoint that's an incredibly detailed portrait of Lincoln. So there'll be little buds hanging in my house. Yeah. By little buds, I mean.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have enough wall?
Pretty big buds.
How many square feet of wall space do you have for this?
Maybe not enough. We'll find out.
That's beautiful. Oh, and you're using all the called for DMC colors?
I am.
Yes. So no changes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also thought, since I usually just do it to a camera, I'll do it to an audience. I have some haul. Do you want to see what I bought?
Sure. Yeah.
this is all just like fabric and sewing haul, so I figured I'd open it. And actually, would you be able to, or one of you be able to slip out? I actually have a box on the floor next to the coffee table that I got yesterday that I forgot to bring over here. Okay, so I've got a lot of haul this time, like every time right now. And so I just thought I would show the like fabric and sewing haul that isn't like cross stitch related, since we're doing like a whole quilting segment. Okay, first is from this Etsy store called Ollie and Evie, and I got some of that blue flower fabric just because I thought it was cute. Oh, and then I got this is like a piece of Belle Isle fabric because I've gotten like some Jolly Bars and stuff, and so I just wanted to have an extra piece. And then this is actually going to be the binding for Allison's Marietta quilt. So that flower quilt is going to get this as the binding. And then I believe these two are also from the Belle Isle collection, so I just wanted a couple extra pieces for the quilt I make. So I got that. And I feel like there was something else in this bag, but I've already used it. I don't know. Like there was a pattern. Maybe I ordered a pattern from them. I can't remember.
Some candy in that bag?
Yeah, do you want it?
Yeah.
It's a high chew.
I love high chew.
Okay,
Thanks.
take it. Yeah. Okay. Also, the Ruby Star Society Jolly Darlings fabric is now available as yardage, and so I got stuff to make Rob and I Christmas pillowcases, and so this is going to be his,
That's
which
adorable.
is octopuses
That's perfect.
holding Christmas lights, and then this is going to be an accent fabric, which is the little reindeers. I know.
That's precious.
I know. Okay, so that's two of them, and then my pillowcase is going to be with the snow globes. Oh. Snow globes. And I also got enough of this. You can see it's a big old chunk of fabric to do the backing of the Ruby Star Christmas quilt I want to make with the Jolly Darlings fabric. So I got enough for a pillowcase and enough for a quilt back.
Nice.
Okay, so that's part of it. Oh my gosh. I'll have to refold it later. Oh yeah, and there's some more pieces. So I got another accent piece of the Ruby Star Christmas line just to go, like, I'll probably put like a little flange or piping or something on the pillowcase. So I got like this green. And then I got some half yards. Oh yeah, so these are all from the Edita Sitar Noel, like Laundry Basket Quilts Noel Christmas line, because I'm going to be doing that like Granny Star, or no, like Around the World block. I can't remember the name of it, but I needed some accent fabrics and some binding. So I got a few fabrics just to test. And one of these will end up on binding and one is an accent fabric. So I got some more from that line. And then I got my Moda Fat Quarter Club bundle, and it's a Christmas line, and it is the Fig Tree Fabrics Christmas Stitched. And so I got 12 fat quarters from the Christmas Stitched line. And so they're really cute. And Fat Quarter Shop is about to start a mystery Christmas quilt along, and it uses these fabrics. So when I did the Halloween mystery one, I just chose my own. But now I'm like, ooh, I could just like follow exactly, because I've got a Fat Quarter bundle from them. And I think in here actually is some yardage, just because I was like, oh, I'll just get a couple of bigger pieces of the ones I love. So,
Wise.
I know. Okay, so now let's see what's in this box. I bought a lot of fabric, guys. Oh, I forgot about these. These aren't quilting related, but I'll show them here anyways. I got an order from Buttermilk Basin, which is a wool applique and quilt store.
Oh, okay.
And so I got some kits to make. Here, I'll show you these first, but look.
Oh, cute.
Because I have this book, it's called Ornament Extravaganza 2,
Oh, these are
and they
precious.
sell kits to make the ornaments in the book. And so you have to have the book in order, like, if they send you the kit, you're not going to know like what to do. But anyway, so I have the book, so I bought some kits to make some more ornaments. And so then I got this little candy canes in the stockings. And I got, oh, this isn't a Christmas, but I know, I got these little like hexy honeybee pillow one for like summery feel. So that's super cute. And then I got a quilt kit from them. It's a small, it's like a little wall hanging quilt kit. And yeah, it's like a pieced candy cane, and then you wool applique on some like hollyberry leaves or holly leaves.
Oh, that is really, really cute.
Yeah. So then it comes with like
Precious.
yeah, and so it comes with all your fabric, like all cut to like, you know, 1/8 of a yard, 1/4 of a yard, or whatever you need for the pattern. And so then you just piece together the whole quilt top and then applique on some little leaves. So I think that, I don't know, I just thought it was super cute, and it was $29 for a whole kit. And so I don't know, it felt pretty reasonable. So I was like, yes, I will make that. Okay, so that was the wool applique detour. Okay, I got some more vinyl for more project bags because I can't stop making bags. I got another Blackbird Designs Threads That Bind mini charm pack, because this is what I'm making my patchwork bags out of, or these little mini charm packs. I got the Blackbird Designs Threads That Bind like floss card, like floss keeper. It's just really pretty. And I thought if I gifted one of those Blackbird Designs bags, I could tuck this in it.
It's really cute.
Yeah, very cute. Oh, I got 2 charm packs. Okay, and then, oh gosh.
What's the 2 little thing?
I know. Oh, and that means I forgot more haul. Oh my god. Just like grab it.
It's not a problem if it's
not,
fun.
Okay. I might need to get out. Okay. Hold on.
Be right back.
I bought more things. Okay. I found the last remaining bag of haul. I know. So I think I might have posted about this on Instagram, but our local quilt shop is called Honeybee Quilt Store. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's the one that's closest to my mom's house, closest to mine now, because the one in Leander shut down. But they just changed ownership, and I hadn't been in the last like 6 months to a year since they kind of changed over, and they have a lot of new stuff. It's really
I haven't
good.
been in there. Oh.
It's really, I mean, they have a much expanded fabric selection. It's like, do you remember they used to have like a bunch of displays, like beds and stuff? Like that's all gone. It's just like shelves of fabric.
Nice. Wow.
And so I went through their clearance rack and I got some stuff they had on like 30% off. And then I found some Tilda fabric, which I've never stitched with. I think she's Swedish or Norwegian designer. But she just makes like beautiful fabric. So I got a couple half yards of this to maybe make some project bags. I don't know, or just keep and stare at. Okay, I got, you're not gonna be able to tell on camera, but this is a white on white coriander seeds print. So I got this to do as a quilt background. But you can see up close. It's got like a little, you know,
little
just like a subtle little, asterisk type. I got these two. These are both Cori Yoder Beautiful Day fabrics. And I just thought they were gorgeous. So I got those two for a bag or something. And then I got this little stack of Halloween fat quarters to do either like finishing Halloween cross stitch stuff or, you know, backings for pillows or I don't know. I just thought they were cute. So, okay. And then the big thing that I am obsessed with that I got is this fat quarter bundle from Tula Pink. And is it not just like rainbow deliciousness? I think it's so cool. It is the Tula Pink Tiny Coordinates in the colorway Glow. So it goes with like the Tiny Beasts line, which has these little beetles or ladybugs. And it's just like all kinds of little like subtle prints, except they're so bright. So I really want to make some sort of rainbow quilt with it. And so I went ahead and I got quilt backing at Fat Quarter Shop because they had the Tiny Beasts as a quilt back. So I've got, you know, so I'll have like the little tiny ones on the front and the big ones on the back.
Maybe that's what I do for the back of my quilt.
Yeah,
I'm obsessed.
I know, isn't that cute?
That's
and feel
so
it, it's the same feel as the Ruby Star.
Ooh.
Yeah, they have it at over the top.
They have this color?
I don't know if they have that color.
Oh, I don't know if I've seen it there. Okay.
But yeah, when we went that one time,
Oh, okay.
when they had their sale.
Look at it when you go, or call them maybe.
I'll take a look at Fat Quarter Shop too and just see what they have.
Yeah, so
that's adorable.
Yeah, I got this it's a 108-inch wide backing to do the backing for whatever Tula Pink quilt I make with this Fat Quarter bundle because that is just
so cute.
I just want like some super vibrant, crazy rainbow. Like I want to use as little background as possible. I just want it to be like really bright, you know? So got that. And then I also got, this is one of the backgrounds from the Ruby Star Christmas Basics line, Jolly Basics. So I got a yard of this because either for use with the pillowcases or something. I just thought it was super cute. And then I also got a big piece. It's a never-ending fabric haul. I know. Every time a box comes to our door, Rob asks if there's fabric in it. And I'm like,
what do you think?
Like, yeah, there is, probably. This one I tried to pretend it was just vinyl, but you know.
Yeah. A little too heavy for that.
Yeah. Okay. So I got this to use as the background fabric for the Ruby Star Christmas quilt I want to make. And this is like just little teeny tiny asterisks or snowflakes and all the colors from the prints.
So cute.
So I got a big piece. I think I probably got 2.5 yards of that to use as a background. And then, let's see, these are all folded together. I got some half yards. This is like, I know, they've had these tigers featured in so many of their...
I use some on my quilt.
Yeah, they always have these little tigers featured in their collections. And so I got a pink one. And then this is more Blackbird Designs sampler fabric for bags. And then this is some more Tula Pink that I got to go with my bundle. And then while I was looking at Tula Pink, this is probably not to go with that bundle, but it's just because I thought it was cool.
Oh, wow.
Fun.
Isn't that cool? It's like Queen of Hearts fabric. So, I don't know. Anyways, I've had Tula Pink fabrics before, but like I've never been like a collector of it like a lot of people are. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden I saw that Fat Quarter bundle and I'm like, oh, I need some more Tula Pink fabric.
That's adorable.
So, I think that's all.
What about all this?
Oh, shoot. Okay. I know. This is more from Christmas Stitched.
Oh, okay. Your big pieces.
The Fat Quarter bundle I just showed y'all. So I got some more pieces to go with it. These 3 half yards. And then I think I got a lot of this. Or no, I didn't. I think I just got half yards. And so I can like piece together a backing or use it for that mystery quilt. Mm-hmm. And so.
Oh, that's pretty.
The big floral. And then like their cross stitch one. Cross stitch one. Cross stitch one. Just because I love the cross stitch fabrics. So. But it's Christmas themed.
Yeah. So cute.
Okay, now I think that's it.
Bravo.
You know, I needed an audience for this amount of haul.
Yeah, you will need an audience to help pick it all up.
Well, I know I'm gonna have to refold this and figure out how to keep it back. This table is a mess. Okay, well, thank you guys for coming over in the midst of a rainstorm. Now it's died down, so you know.
Yeah, we can take
Yeah, we'll take some videos of our quilts. That way, you're not just watching us wave them around. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. All right, see you soon. Bye. Okay, well, if you're still watching, believe it or not, I have more things to show you. I have a couple of packages of Happy Mail and a bunch of cross-stitch haul that I didn't bring out in that other video because we were just trying to stick to fabric. So first thing I got from my sweet friend, I feel like so lucky that I get to say my friend Liz Matthews, but my friend Liz Matthews sent me some of her new charts. Guys, they're so good. I mean, everything she releases is good, but like this, I don't know, I'm just obsessed. So she sent me the Poppy, which I have a paperweight and I don't know if mine's big enough to do this style, but I'm gonna test it out. She sent me the 7th Day of Christmas. Gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this one I think is like her most popular one this year, right? Autumn Cloche. I'm obsessed with the little mushrooms she has in there. I think they're so cute. And I was also thinking about potentially doing like the little mushroom and spiders hanging down as a paperweight. I just have a paperweight and she inspired me to buy it because I think it was her butterfly chart or butterfly cloche where she had finished butterflies under paperweights. And so I bought a couple paperweights and then I haven't done anything. And I still have the butterfly cloche chart, so I could do it that, or maybe I'll do like a mushroom and spiders for spooky season. I don't know. Okay, and then she also sent me Winter Garden. So this is definitely my fave of her releases and the one I want to start immediately. And so I know this is out of order because this was kindly gifted to me. Thank you, Liz. But I did kit this up immediately with the Glorianas. So she calls for Gloriana silk, but also has a DMC conversion. And I have heard how hard Glorianas are to get, but I was like, I'm going to try. So I sent Wendy, who runs the Tinsmith's Wife, like one of my closer, you know, local needle workshops. It's a couple hours south of me. But Wendy had all of the Glorianas except for one. So let me get them out of the package real quick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're so pretty. Look at that. So this is all the called for Glorianas except the soft white Gloriana she didn't have. So she subbed Snowdrift by Silken Colors. So, but I think it's a really great sub and I am very excited to stitch this, but I'm not going to start it until after I finish my Christmas garden to Winter Garden. Maybe this is my reward. I get to start this when I finish Christmas garden. How cute. And I'm pretty sure the called for fabric is 40 count bramble. And I'm pretty sure, if not 40, at least 36 count. I'm pretty sure I have a piece of that bramble in my linen stash. So I cannot wait. I mean, I stitched that red sampler with Gloriana, but that was my first experience and I loved stitching with it. So I'm really excited to have this really pretty little bundle of silks and to start a new project. The Fat Quarter Shop also sent me a package of some of their new goodies, and this one is their typeface series, which is Santa Claus and this like font, which is super cute. So this is a new cross-stitch chart that's available from Fat Quarter Shop right now. And then they sent me a few quilting things because I think they know I've been doing a lot of quilting lately. So this is one of their new It's So Emma quilt patterns called Marseille. That's just really gorgeous. And it comes in a bunch of sizes. But it looks like kind of just like a one block wonder, which those are my favorite types of quilts. And then they sent me some of their foundation paper. So this is like a 6.5 inch square and a square, a 5 inch square and a square, and flying geese paper, which I've never actually tried. I have a few different ways I like to make flying geese, but I've never tried paper. So thank you to Fat Quarter Shop. I'll post a link down below to all of these items if you're interested in any of them. Okay, and then I have some haul. I showed you the silk floss I got from Tinsmith's Wife. And then the other day, 123 Stitch, they sent me an email and they were like, hi, you tried to buy blah and blah. We have them in stock now. Are you still interested? And I was like, what did I try to buy? I tried to buy 36 count vintage light exemplar Lakeside linen, which is perfect linen. Because I think it said it was in stock. And then when I checked out, it was like, oh, this is no longer available, but we'll ship it to you when it comes in. Well, that was in July 2021. That was over a year ago. And so I had completely forgotten. They don't charge you till they ship. So it's like they hadn't taken my money or anything, but I completely forgot that they told me when they got it in, they would ship it. And so it took a year and a month. But they got it in. And then also a piece of Weeks cocoa that I had ordered. So, I got an 1/8 yard of 40 count Weeks cocoa, and I got a fat quarter of Lakeside vintage light exemplar, which is just such a gorgeous fabric. So thank you 123 Stitch for following up on that year-old order. I thought that was so funny. I was like, wait, yes, please send that to me. I would love it. I have not lost interest in Lakeside linen. And then, is that the only other thing? Okay, and then the other thing is my Bird Crush Club, which I haven't opened, but I'm going to do it right now. Oh my gosh, the thread. Look at this thread. It always comes with a thread in the pack. It's like highlighter yellow. It's really cool. Oh, cute. Okay, so this month's chart, oops. She sends like little stickers and things, so everything's falling out on me. This one is called, oh, sorry for the glare. It's called American Goldfinch. Goldfinch? Finch. Why can't I say finch? So that, oh my gosh. And I love it in that like antique black frame. How cool. Yeah, so she always sends like info about the artist and the bird and little stickers and one variegated thread. So very, very cute. Hi guys, Sunday morning pajama Liz checking in because I realized that I totally forgot to do the giveaway. So we had a giveaway last week. The Fat Quarter Shop provided this amazing Lori Holt Be in My Bonnet planner for 2023, and I decided to give it away because I knew I wouldn't use it as much as one of you would. And so I did draw a winner for that giveaway, and the winner was Susan Curiel. So Susan, thank you so much for entering. My email address is listed in the description box below. So go ahead and email me and I'll get that mailed out to you. So if you email me quick, maybe I can get it out before I go on vacation. Okay, back to Saturday night, Liz, trying to wrap things up. Okay, I think that's everything I have to show you. I need to go back to my dining room table and like put away all that fabric from earlier because I sure did just leave it while we ate dinner and watched football. By the way, football's back. I watched a lot of football today in between filming and stitching. What else? This is just where I ramble. Let's see. Oh, I've really been enjoying putting up some quilting videos kind of in between my every other Flosstube, Sunday that I've been doing. But just a heads up, I'll be out of town next weekend on retreat. So there probably won't be no more videos until 2 weeks from today when I do my next Flosstube update. And that should be a fun one because I'll get to recap retreat and show you all the goodies that we get. There are 5 teachers who are teaching at the retreat next week. And so that's 5 projects, like 5 brand new kitted projects. So excited. And also getting to visit Quilter's Station again in person, which is just like a beautiful quilt store. I've got some quilt patterns picked out that I kind of want to kit up, and that's gonna mean I need to check a bag. I don't care, I'm doing it. But yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah, I should hopefully be back here in 2 weeks. So until next time, thanks for watching.